Imagine a world where everyone forgot about God, where kindness disappeared, and people only cared about themselves. The world became a noisy, selfish place, full of fighting and hurt. God looked down and saw that his beautiful creation was covered in darkness and sadness. He knew something had to change. But even in all that darkness, there was one man who still remembered God: Noah. Noah was different. He loved God and tried to do what was right, even when no one else did. God decided to give the world a fresh start, and he chose Noah for a very important plan. God was about to ask Noah to do something no one had ever done before. This is the story of Noah, the ark, and a promise that changed everything. Noah stood out in his world. He was good and faithful, walking with God when everyone else turned away. He taught his family to love God too. Together they prayed and worked, choosing kindness over cruelty. Because of Noah's faith, God chose him for a rescue mission. God told Noah about a coming flood that would wash the world clean, but God promised to protect Noah and his family. He gave Noah detailed instructions: build a huge boat, an ark, to keep them safe. Noah listened carefully. He didn't argue or worry about what others thought. He simply trusted God. That's what made Noah special. His faith was bigger than his fear. Noah was ready to do exactly as God asked, no matter how strange or difficult it seemed. His trust in God would save not just his family, but a piece of creation itself. Noah's obedience would change the world. The adventure was about to begin. God told Noah to build an enormous ark, giving him exact measurements and instructions. Noah and his sons worked for years, cutting wood, hammering planks, and building the giant boat. People laughed at Noah, but he kept working, trusting God's plan. Then God told Noah to gather animals, 2 of every kind, and extra pairs of some. From elephants to tiny mice, birds to lizards, they all needed a place on the ark. Noah also had to gather food for his family and every animal. The ark became a floating zoo and pantry, ready for the storm. Noah did everything just as God commanded. He measured, built, gathered, and prepared. His obedience was complete. The ark was ready for what was coming. When the ark was finished, God told Noah and his family to go inside. Animals came from all directions 2 by 2 and entered the ark. Once everyone was inside, God shut the door. For 7 days, they waited. Then, the sky darkened and rain began to fall. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Water poured from the sky and burst from the ground. The flood covered everything: fields, houses, even the tallest mountains. Outside, the world was washed away. But inside the ark, Noah, his family, and the animals were safe. The ark floated on the water, just as God designed. While the storm raged, God protected them. The world outside was gone, but hope remained inside the ark. Noah's faith kept them safe through the darkest storm. The ark became a symbol of God's care. They waited, trusting God's promise. The journey was far from over. Life inside the ark was busy and loud, feeding animals, cleaning stalls, and caring for every creature. The storm outside was fierce, but inside, there was peace. Noah and his family couldn't control the storm or steer the ark. All they could do was trust God and wait. Every day, they prayed and thanked God for keeping them safe. The ark was more than a boat. It was a place of salvation. Noah's obedience saved everyone inside. Their faith was their anchor. Even in the longest storm, God was with them. They learned that trusting God brings safety, even when the world is in chaos. After months on the water, God remembered Noah and sent a wind to dry the earth. The ark came to rest on a mountain. Noah waited patiently, sending out a raven and then a dove to see if the land was dry. When the dove returned with an olive leaf, Noah knew new life was growing. Finally, the dove didn't return. There was a home for it in the new world. God told Noah to leave the ark with his family and all the animals. They stepped onto dry ground, breathing fresh air and seeing a world made new. The first thing Noah did was build an altar and thank God. It was a new beginning for everyone. God had kept his promise. The world was ready for a fresh start. After Noah gave thanks, God made a promise, a covenant, with Noah, his family, and all living creatures. God promised never again to destroy the whole earth with a flood. As a sign, he placed a rainbow in the sky. The rainbow is a reminder of God's mercy and faithfulness. Every time we see a rainbow, we remember God keeps his promises. The story of Noah teaches us about faith, obedience, and hope. Even in the darkest times, God has a plan. Like Noah, we can trust God and find safety in His care. After every storm, there's a new beginning. And God's promises shine bright, just like the rainbow.